Hello everyone, my name is Nathan, and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included in the Ultimate Base 3.0. In today's episode, I feel like it's finally time to disassemble the rest of the previous base. We now have almost moved everything with functionality, the rest we can move today. At the end of the previous episode, we also moved the critter ranch here, and there's just one more thing to do. Right now, I feel like we don't have enough hydrogen in here. I would like to see the 2 rows here at the bottom also filled up, and just the very bottom row should be carbon dioxide. In order to do just that, I routed a pipe to the new system we had over here. We just need to add a couple more pipes here from the looks of it. Let's maybe get rid of these ladders. And then more hydrogen is going to be routed over here. So the rest of the pipes we can already go ahead and take apart. Also, pumps can go here. Everything related to power in this module can go as well. Meaning, yeah, we don't even need the transformer. Get rid of that door, just everything that still allows me to take the contraption apart. We do not need that anymore either. Let's also start to remove some of the floorings here. These doors can go. Actually, we wait first to disassemble the ceiling. This room here on the top, however, can go completely already. Yes. And I guess this entire wall here can go as well. Yeah, we do not even need the liquid locks anymore. Everything can be opened now. This feels so great. And just look at the new beautiful base. It's going to be so much better here, especially once we've done the finish here. Oh yes, everyone is helping. That's what I like to see. With the pipes completed, I want to connect these, however, not until everything is completely full. We want to do a couple of packets and see if that is enough. Like about this many will maybe already do the trick to push the CO2 down. Come on, give me something good. I want to see this fill up. Okay, maybe it requires a little bit more. Give me just a second. I feel like this should already react. Maybe the tiles here are a little bit of a problem. What if we exchange those with airflow tiles? I'm just curious if that makes a difference, because pressure-wise, this should already go down. There's just 1.5 kilograms of carbon dioxide here. You know, to be honest, not really. Maybe we uproot these 2 plants and set a temporary pump. Actually, I'm just gonna take apart these 2 tiles and then we pump out a little bit of carbon. So maybe let's already prepare the pipe, bring this out, get that mini gas pump in here and take care of the problem. There we go. It has started doing this very slowly, but that should technically help to get the hydrogen down here to this row. That's what I want to see. Yeah, there we go. It is starting. So once the upper row is solid and the lower row is fluctuating, that's when I'm happy. I don't want the lowest row to fluctuate. Otherwise, the plants aren't gonna grow. At least not in the speed I want. That is already good. Bottom row is fluctuating. That means we can get rid of the pump again and replace the farm tiles. Wonderful. This is the exact situation I wished for. Let's now continue with disassembling the base. We do not need this guy anymore. Oh, actually, we cannot really reach it. Let's maybe open up this part, open up that part. All of this can go. I don't need the ladders anymore, or this part. Let's also take apart the door. Oh no, background buildings. That's not good. We don't need this corner anymore. I guess I want to keep the poke shells. We can combine the ladder here again, get rid of this part for instance. I do not really need the liquid lock here anymore. This can also flow down. It's gonna flow down here, which is good. I'm gonna collect all the water here at the bottom. Oh yes, do me the favor. This is gonna feel so great. I'm so happy actually. This is really exciting for me. It feels like we've been working for a long time to actually accomplish anything like this. I mean, I'm totally aware I did take my sweet time. By cycle 1300 you could probably have done everything in the game, and we haven't even proper access to oil just yet. But yeah, the series is running well enough so I can justify a season that actually goes beyond cycle 3000 or something like that. And I still feel like we're accomplishing something noteworthy in every episode. One problem I had was with my circuits. This circuit here at the bottom was actually overloading all the time because they were using the 3 machines here. And of course, that means overloading. So I decided to power this here from the top, but essentially we're gonna need another large power transformer to take care of everything. I will probably end up cutting the circuit somewhere here, making this its separate circuit, but this was just one example where the circuit actually overloaded. Ah, well, you look at that. It's already looking much better. Wait, there is automation wire. We don't need access to this anymore, and the platform can go. Nice. And they're also doing it considerably fast. What do we need from here? Do we ever want to pump this out? No, we can conveniently let it drop down and collect it at the bottom as well. So we don't even need to pump out anything. That means we get rid of this contraption. Though, if I remember correctly, this is still full of germs. I might want to actually pump this out first through the water sieve and then the area right there in order to get the clean water. Right here, we do not have any germs whatsoever. As a matter of fact, this is exactly what I'm gonna do. We don't need the excess pipe here anymore. But what we want to do is enable the pump right there. So it just keeps on pumping everything through the water sieve into the cleaning system. Yeah, there we go. So we at least get the clean water now. I'm also gonna continue the ladder right here so we can open up the base at the top level here as well. We can also get rid of the lights. They won't be needed any longer. Oh, yes, this is great. Let me continue this for a little while and I'm gonna be right back. Okay, wonderful. We are one step further. As you can see, a lot of things have now disappeared. One thing I noticed is we don't really have access to pitcher pumps after disassembling this part. I might have to introduce it right here. I already decided to go with a bottle emptier for the polluted water. However, really thinking about it, it would be convenient to also get access with a pitcher pump for certain necessities. Considering the transit tubes, we're probably gonna continue with another storage right here, meaning we could do something here on the top. Say for now we want access to a little pool of water and access to a little pool of polluted water. We will be expanding this part. For now, I'm just gonna take a transit tube access point and plot it there. Actually, considering the power routing, this is a bad idea. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna build a couple of ladders and they will be accessing it from somewhere else. This point is also gonna move. Now that we actually disassembled the base, I'm gonna move things around a little bit. But for the rare occasions we actually require it, I'm gonna set this up like so, and we should be able to collect a little bit of water. I just need to make sure that we build the vents first, probably. Then I can take some water from my output, bring it up, and I can do the same thing here with the polluted water. Ah, come on, did not mean to do that. Give me a pipe. We go over here and up in order to fill this up. That should be fine. I also changed the priorities a little bit, just in case they start to build things a little bit wacky. Yes, my duplicants, they have absolutely nothing else to do right now. Well, that's a lie. They could keep on picking up some stuff. Speaking of stuff to pick up, actually, that is something we should set up now. Instead of my railings bringing stuff over to the old storage, we should bring it to the new storage. Now, let me just figure out how I set this up. We're coming over here, so this would be the rail that leads all the way up. Okay, I'm hopping over here for no particular reason, right? Yeah, let's actually deconstruct everything that has become obsolete. And I also want to cut this pipe off here. What we want to do is the coal to continue straight. So that is exactly what I'm gonna do. It's gonna go all the way up. And then looks like I already built the railing for the storage here. Now it could be a problem that we have this going through the metal tiles. What if we start to bring things in that are really hot, like 60 to 80 degrees? Is this gonna tremendously break the system? I guess if it does, we could exchange this row here with radiant pipes to counteract this problem. This might even help us to cool things down before it lands in the storage. So I'm gonna leave the system intact as it is right now, and it is probably time to also move the storage. We will then have to move the functionality we have going on here. I do not need the automation bridge here either now. But what we want to do is continue with the ribbon cable. Actually, thinking about it, this would be the perfect opportunity to use the LED. Yeah, let me switch this to LED. And we're gonna build most of the automation now out of LED. But this goes all the way up, that's unchanged, then it hops over here. Actually, I'm too high up. This needs to be here. And we move a little bit closer to the storage, and right here is where we're gonna distribute the various signals. We have the space for 8 different materials at the moment, but we can still add more. If we add ribbon cables here, like the readers or writers, we should have writers, right? No, it's a ribbon reader in order to write it. It's so confusing. But yeah, this is what we want to have here. We can have 4 per ribbon. So once we add more than 4 materials, we're gonna need another cable. I'm already gonna prepare all the signals. So this would be the second cable coming in. Let's say the second cable is gonna come in through here and it's gonna connect to these 4, and this cable is gonna connect to these 4. We also hop over here, and then we need to use the second row here in order to send more signals. But this is for later. I'm just gonna have this prepared already. Maybe we're actually never gonna use more than 8 materials to distribute. Right now we're only delivering sand. We will have to deliver some igneous rock and maybe dirt as well. And of course, the more contraptions we build, the more materials we will have to deliver to automate things. But 8 materials is gonna suffice for a long time. We can now use these 2 auto sweepers to basically bring everything to the new base. All we have to do is set up another conveyor loader that will make sure all the materials are tagging along. And then I guess all we have to do is cut this off, make sure this is going into this pipe. I'm gonna use a bridge just to be sure. There's no confusion in item flow. This also means we want to get rid of our automatic dispensers here, probably. And then we want to enable the conveyor loader to accept everything. Actually, I'm gonna leave them in place. Right now they have priority 1. What does my other dispenser say? Priority 5, but they aren't set up. I feel like it's closer to actually go to these dispensers for picking up all these materials, so I'm gonna leave them intact. The railing system is then gonna bring it here to the new storage. Maybe we should already fill this up with a little bit of coolant liquid. So you get a bottle emptier right there. By the way, I noticed the transit tubes do not actually get flooded if they are on top of an airflow tile. This is 700 kilograms of water. I'm not sure why this is even possible. Like, the liquid vent shouldn't allow any more water from entering, but apparently this room gets flooded by a long shot. Maybe we just put the liquid vent a little bit further down. However, this failure made me aware of this trick. You can prevent transit tube access points from flooding, building them on airflow tiles. I wonder if this would allow us to completely submerge certain machines. Like, does it work with all the machines? This would be something extremely cheesable. In one of the previous episodes, we set up this arbor tree, which, by the way, also gave me a whole bunch of lumber, enough to do all of the contraptions I wanted to do for the recreational room. Now, a lot of you mentioned that it is not worth setting up all of these machines. And of course, you're absolutely right. The beach chairs or the wind tunnels, they take an enormous amount of time to actually do. However, the buff is gonna last for a lot of cycles. And this was also just one of my goals, to have everything that is in the game also in my world. So the way we're probably gonna do this is we are starting with the wind tunnel right here. And if I interpret this correctly, this needs to be at the bottom right there. So it's gonna pull air from the bottom, float the duplicants, and it's gonna be spewed out at the top. Before I place the wind tunnel though, I would like to do my decorations. For instance, this first part here with the wind tunnel, I would like to be completely black with obsidian. And I also would like to see some crown moldings on the very top. Let's do it up to here, so we can at least set up the wind tunnel and don't need access to anything else. Let's also get rid of this door and make this inaccessible. As a matter of fact, I might exchange this side here with metal tiles completely. I also took myself the liberty of rerouting the water pipe, so it is now going straight over to our ladder shaft. This whole shebang here was for the previous farms. But yeah, all of this can now go as well. Nice. Something else I would like to do is move my pip. I'm just gonna set up a little island for them so they can roam around here, but they shouldn't be able to escape. There we go. That is much better in my opinion. Let's set up the wind tunnel. That's gonna go right here. I wonder, could we place something here as well? Yes, indeed. So maybe it would be worth it to set up a plant here on the top. I think I might want to do that. Thank you, Hassan. Let's set up an arrow pod here. Jeez, you are slow. There it is. Let's do another Joya seed that I got from the printing pod. Okay, now we can finally set this up and leave it there. I just had to do it, otherwise we wouldn't be able to reach it anymore. However, this is gonna allow us to set up something else. I would like to see a tiny room here at the top. And this tiny room is gonna be reserved for our hot tub right there. I don't really know. Maybe this is just a little too tiny. Let's make a 3 high room for this. And I was thinking the hot tub requires a certain amount of hot water. Eventually we can actually integrate it into this steam room so that we can heat up the water, cool down whatever we have going on here, bring the water over, and the hot tub is gonna cool down the water and we can continue the cycle. So it's going to be a separate little cycle. For now, a lot of these things we're just going to place in preparation, just like we did here on the top. We still haven't hooked up the espresso machine or the soda fountain, for instance. I then would like to see this room separated here as well. So we do something like that. Actually, this would be nicer to do with plastic, just to be a little consistent with the theme. I know it gives less decor, but not to my eyes. I have to say right here, I'm not so sure. I think this is going to be the very edge of our base. And we just have a tiny room here at the bottom to do something with the CO2, get rid of it. Anyways, now we still have to build a sauna and we have to build a mechanical surfboard, which we can situate here. Let's do maybe one space in between. Hot tub is going to require a little bit of power, but it also has an input for hot water and an output for the cool down water. In the meantime, I want to make sure we start actually picking up all the old materials and bring them to the new base. This is going to be a long-lasting project for this auto sweeper. But basically, we want to pick up everything we have nearby. Except maybe, yeah, let's not do the liquefiables. No liquefiables. Thank you very much. And we also don't allow manual use. It's just for this auto sweeper here to pick up everything in reach. And this should theoretically allow it to go into the storage eventually once my mechatronics engineer decides to build it. Alright then, we have the space for a mechanical surfboard and even a plant or flower pot in between. Let's maybe do a statue. Large sculpting statue out of ceramic. On the top, we're also going to do an arrow pot and then some crown molding. Though we'll probably have to rip open the flooring here in order to be able to build this. There's going to be another room I would like to set up for showers. I kind of find this fitting, and I also would like to integrate the beach chairs as mentioned. I feel like the beach chairs would be situated right here very nicely. You also let me know that we could set up this sun lamp shining through a glass towards the bottom layer. This way you can set up many beds here at the bottom. However, we're not going to do that. I'm going to have my showers here on the top and then the beach chair area here at the bottom. Alrighty, after many cycles, I think we can call this completed, at least the layout. Of course, all the functionality isn't implemented just yet, especially we are gonna have to rock a lot of power. Yeah, but we're getting closer to what we are gonna have in the end, so the power distribution is gonna be a little bit clearer how we have to divide up the cabling. But as you can see, we have our shower room here on the top with the beach chairs at the bottom. We have the mechanical surfboard, a sauna, the hot tub here at the top, and of course the vertical wind tunnel. And here at the bottom, this will be the last room of our base. So at this point, I closed everything off. The base is now separated, meaning the gases don't exchange with the outside anymore. So eventually we can go ahead and collect the carbon dioxide here at the bottom from the entirety of the base. Now I wonder, maybe we can do the showers. This could be an easy feat. Like all we have to do is continue the bathroom loop, right? That means we are gonna move over and down a little bit into the showers. Yep. And from the showers we move out again, go all the way up, and we want to join with this loop. So a bunch of bridges down, a bunch of bridges up, and we're golden. That was actually a fairly easy implementation. As for the hot tub, we're gonna need a liquid reservoir and possibly a thermosensor system with the steam room in order to get the temperatures for the water that we need in the hot tub. The sauna, I believe, is gonna require a little bit of steam, 25 kilograms per use, and then we are gonna extract hot water. Maybe we can make this a cycle. So they first use the sauna, create some hot water in the process that we can use for the hot tub. As a matter of fact, this would be fairly interesting to figure out. We have here our steam pipe, and just to test things out, I'm gonna route my pipe up here into the sauna, and then potentially we can just grab the hot water from here and input it into the hot tub. The mechanical surfboard on the other side is gonna spew out a little bit of liquid that we need to take care of. So I was thinking maybe potentially we can have a sweepy dock here, and if that doesn't work, we are just gonna have a bunch of mesh tiles below it. For now, I'm gonna use this circuit to hook up the vertical wind tunnel. We have this freshwater pipe that we can use in order to fill up the mechanical surfboard. And then we potentially want another large power transformer somewhere here. Though maybe I have to switch up how I route the cabling a little bit. Yeah, I have to think about this. I'm not going to do this on camera, otherwise I'm going to make unnecessary design decisions. So I'm going to rearrange the power setup a little bit in preparation for the next episode. I definitely already know that this is going to be a power transformer, so The only thing that might change is that we have an additional power transformer here on the top and that changing the circuits around, so we're not at risk of overloading anymore. But yeah, with that out of the way, I would say we successfully disassembled the old base. There's just a little bit to go. As a matter of fact, we can take apart the rest here as well. I'm gonna keep the cleaning system in place as a reminder that we still have to do something like this. But other than that, let's wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time and see you in the next one. Bye bye.